The movie instantly throws us into a chaotic Halloween party, where a heartbroken boy named Eric takes a drink, trying to find the courage to confess his feelings to his crush, Eva, about his true heart. But before he can utter a single word, another boy pulls up in his sleek car, and Eva's attention is immediately stolen by the newcomer. Dejected, Eric is instantly disappointed and retreats quietly to a secluded corner of the party. It's there, lurking behind him, that Eric spots a strange, mysterious box. From inside this box, a horrifying figure emerges. The Jester, a terrifying Joker wearing a bizarre mask. In a moment of pure dread, Eric attempts to remove the Jester's mask, only to find that even after he pulls it off, the face beneath is the exact same horrifying mask. It is as if that monstrous mask has now physically fused with his face, becoming his new, permanent reality. The Jester effortlessly lights a candle with an impossible magic trick, then glides into the heart of the party. With another impossible sleight of hand, he wraps Eric entirely in a large cloth, and the victim suddenly vanishes without a trace. The next moment, every eye at the party is frozen in sheer terror. Eric's dead body is now gruesomely hanging from a flagpole above. Screams erupt, instantly filling the entire party, but the Jester simply smiles, completely uncaring. He then deliberately leaves the screaming city, setting out with a horrifying grin for his very next prey. We now meet Max, a girl preparing for her own Halloween night, dressed in her aspiring magician's clothes. Her younger sister, Joey, is dressed as a ninja. Max desperately wants to go trick-or-treating with her sister, but their mother shuts her down. "Max, you are too grown up for those things now," she insists. "Go hang out with your friends or stay home and watch some scary horror movies." The mother leaves with Joey, but Max has no real friends, so, feeling incredibly sad and alone, she goes out to roam the streets by herself on her bicycle. Meanwhile, the Jester catches another unfortunate man on the road, effortlessly beginning his ritual. With a shocking magic trick, he starts pulling an endless stream of handkerchiefs from the man's mouth. Finally, hidden within a handkerchief, he pulls out a special card from the man's stomach and brutally kills him. He then burns that card using his terrifying candle. Max soon reaches a local cafe where she encounters a familiar waiter, who turns out to be an old schoolmate. But some cruel girls sitting at a nearby table start laughing mockingly at Max's magician costume. Suddenly, the Jester appears, sitting directly across from Max. He tries to politely show her a card trick, attempting to engage her. But before the trick is completed, Max, the talented magician, instantly understands the simple deception. She executes the trick herself, completely spoiling his performance and making the Jester look like a fool. Enraged and humiliated, the Jester abruptly stands up and rushes out. Max follows him out, only to find a boy has deliberately punctured her bicycle as a cruel, childish prank. Max breaks down, starting to cry right there on the street. In her despair, she even throws her magician's hat into a dustbin. Elsewhere, 3 mischievous teenagers spot the Jester sleeping in an isolated place and decide to play a prank on him. The Jester wakes up and starts showing them his deadly card tricks. But this time, even after attempting the trick twice, he cannot identify the card the teenagers chose. Thinking he is just a harmless drunkard, the 3 friends laugh and walk away. In sudden helplessness, the Jester is forced to kill one of them with a simple knife, but the girl somehow manages to escape from his grasp. The Jester attempts to burn the victim's card with his candle again. But even after desperately trying with all his effort, the card refuses to burn this time. It's a terrifying realization. His power is visibly failing. Max goes to a magic shop to meet her friend, Willie, who teaches her new tricks. Max says sadly, "I don't understand what I am doing wrong. Other kids also treat me so badly." Willie encourages her, handing her a magic wand and saying, "True magic is not in this wand, but always in the hands of a magician." To prove his point, Max flawlessly opens a pair of handcuffs, shocking Willie with the sheer skill and cleanliness of her hands. Her confidence instantly begins to shine. But as soon as she steps outside, the Jester immediately returns to Max. He smiles when he notices Max isn't wearing her cap. He takes off his own cap and gently places it on her head. Max is surprised and genuinely happy. He then goes to the boys who troubled Max, and with a humiliating magic trick, he pulls the pants off the boy who punctured Max's cycle, right in front of everyone. Everyone explodes with laughter, and the boy runs away, completely embarrassed. The Jester looks at Max and smiles as if to confirm he has taken revenge for her. He returns to Max and gives her the magic wand, subtly telling her, "Look, there is magic in your hands too." Max starts to feel a strange, disturbing ease with him. The Jester signals her with a gesture, "Let's go on a trick-or-treat walk together." Max is hesitant at first, feeling too old for it now. But then she finally agrees. They arrive at a woman's house. Before taking the candy, Max, at the Jester's direction, impresses the woman with her card trick. But then the Jester touches the woman with his magic wand and freezes the woman's face. Her life instantly drains away. Max begins running away in sheer terror. The Jester merely stands there, smiling coldly. As soon as the woman dies, this time he succeeds in burning the final card with his candle. He immediately chases after Max. Max desperately asks a man for help, but the Jester makes the man's young son fall, distracting him, and ruthlessly steals Max's inhaler. Max runs with full force and hides behind a large garbage bag, but she starts panting loudly from asthma. The Jester finds her by the sound of her breath, and strangely, returns her inhaler. But then Max sees Eric's dead body in front of her. They are back at the place where the story first began. Max's escape attempt has totally failed. She asks the Jester, "What is going on here?" But he refuses to speak. Max tries to talk to him through a Ouija board. The Jester answers her on the board, "I don't want to kill you. I need you. Because you are like me." Then, speaking suddenly through Eric's dead body, he confesses the truth. "I was only an entertainer before. But one day, death came to violently take my soul. I made a dark deal with death and stopped it from taking my soul. But the deal had one terrible condition. I had to trap 4 souls with my tricks and hand them over to death every single Halloween night." The Jester tells Max, "I tricked death. I sent him many souls. But you tricked me. So now you must show tricks in front of people so that I can kill them and give their souls to death." Max is terrified and refuses this horrifying task. But the Jester shows her that if he fails to give 4 souls to death, he will burn himself to ashes. And then this terrible curse will pass on to Max. With no other way out now, Max agrees to help the Jester in her helplessness. But she cleverly steals his phone from Eric's body with the flawless skill of her hands. Max chooses the boy in the park who punctured her bicycle as the next target. She sits beside him and performs a magic trick. But the boy sincerely apologizes for his mistake, explaining he did it only to impress those girls. Regretting his past mistake, he becomes very sad. Max's heart changes completely. She no longer wants to complete the dangerous trick. But then the boy himself innocently pulls out his chosen card from Max, which instantly summons the Jester. Max shouts, "No, don't kill him." But the boy falls onto the Jester, attempting to avenge his previous humiliation. The Jester traps him in his jacket with magic and, ignoring Max's frantic pleas to let him go, mercilessly kills him. Max fakes an excuse to vomit and secretly calls 911. While going to the next victim, 2 police officers arrive and ask, "Does either of you have a phone?" The Jester clearly denies it. But Max pulls out her own phone and shows it to them. The police realize Max had bravely called for urgent help. A police officer immediately handcuffs the Jester. But the Jester uses his magic to open the handcuffs and, in a horrifying twist, cuts off the police officer's hands with the same handcuffs. The other police officer shoots the Jester, but he kills her too. Max somehow escapes and asks a nearby man for help, claiming someone has kidnapped her and is pursuing her. The man sits her in his car and drives toward the police station. But he stops the car just a little far away, and his wicked intentions quickly surface. Max cuts off his hand in self-defense. But the man grows even angrier. Just then, the Jester arrives, saves Max, and mercilessly kills the man. He then pulls Max out of the car. Max suffers an asthma attack. Her inhaler is broken. The Jester immediately rushes her to a nearby fire department, where the firefighters help Max breathe. Scared, Max tells them to run, but the Jester immediately attacks them from behind, mercilessly killing all 3 firemen. Max hides under a truck, but the Jester easily pulls her out and shows her his burning candle. Max refuses to help him any further and escapes with a distracting trick. She reaches her home. Max's mother is waiting for her, furious that Max has been out for so long. Max apologizes, saying, "Mom, I love you," realizing this might be the last time she ever sees her. She goes upstairs, sees her younger sister sleeping, and quietly says goodbye to her as well. But then she sees the Jester in her sister's room. Max screams and calls for her mother, but the Jester has already killed her. He threatens Max while standing over her mother's corpse. "If you don't listen to me, I will kill your sister too." To save her sister, Max helplessly agrees to the Jester's demands. Only one soul is left now. Max chooses the waiter from the cafe for her final trick. Outside the cafe, Max tricks the waiter into choosing a card. But this time, she cleverly tricks the Jester and says, "The 4th soul will now be yours, which will be given to death." The Jester, furious, seals the waiter's mouth and grabs Max's neck. But then his candle goes out, and the Jester immediately begins to burn. Even while burning, he stabs Max in the leg in a final act of enraged vengeance. Max somehow manages to open the waiter's mouth with the same knife. The Jester grabs Max again, and Max shoves her magic stick into the Jester's eye. Finally, the Jester burns completely to ashes. But the Jester's cap is still safe. The police arrive and cover the entire area. Max's friend Willie comes to visit her. Max tells him, "I did the trick." She keeps repeating the phrase, "for tricks, for souls, every year," which tragically means the Jester's deadly fate is now Max's. Now, every single Halloween, she will have to hand over 4 innocent souls to death. And with this terrifying, fatal resolution, the movie abruptly ends.